Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Stay at home, stay safe, children. Today we're going to start with the last topic of organizing chapter called decentralization. This word is very common to you. You heard of this word when we did the chapter Principles of Management, in that we had a principle laid down by Fayol, centralization and decentralization. Children, the entire business studies of plus 2 is interconnected. You cannot separate one concept from the other, one topic from the other. Cannot say this is not connected to that. So if you observe very carefully, each and every topic we are studying further is somewhere connected to something what we studied in the former part of the subject. Now, when I say the word centralization and when I say the word decentralization, they are two opposite to each other. Centralization means concentration. I told you to remember this word. It means concentration of authority. Decentralization means dispersal of authority. These are two important words you should know whenever you're doing this particular topic. Centralization means concentration of authority. Decentralization means dispersal of authority. Now, what did Fayol recommend? And why is it that we should use decentralization in any organization, in business organizations, in enterprises? There are valid reasons. So we're going to understand a little more about it. Children, whenever we organize activities, we delegate authority. Along with authority, we delegate work, responsibility. Then we make the subordinate accountable. We've already done this. लेकिन अगर मान लो तुम ये दो इंसानों के बीच में कर रहे हो, superior and subordinate के नीचे, then it is called delegation. लेकिन अगर तुम superior subordinate, फिर subordinate अपने subordinate, फिर वो आगे अपने subordinate and so on from top to middle to operative level. अगर आप delegate करी जा रहे हो काम, share करी जा रहे हो काम, authority share करी जा रहे हो, responsibility share करी जा रहे हो, and the smallest, the lowest level in the organization is also given some authority, some responsibility by his immediate superior, then it is called decentralization. अथॉरिटी क्या होगी? डिस्पर्स होगी. डिस्पर्स कहां तक होगी? सबसे लोएस्ट लेवल तक डिस्पर्स होगी. Let's again take the righteous example of our school. We have the principal. She has a lot of authority. Concentration है. अगर सारे decisions स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल ही लेंगे, स्कूल के वाइस प्रिंसिपल ही लेंगे, then it is called concentration of authority. लेकिन ऐसे होता नहीं है. The principal gives part of her authority to the vice principal. The vice principal gives part of the authority to the coordinators. The coordinators give a part of their authority to the teachers. And teachers give very little part of the authority to the cabinet members and the monitors. So what is happening to the authority? It is being dispersed. Remember this word repeatedly. Dispersed to the lowest level in the organization. So children, the word you need to remember is dispersal. You have the definition here. It is nothing but it explains that decision making is divided in an hierarchical level. It is nothing but delegation of authority throughout the organization to the lowest level. हर एक employee के पास कुछ ना कुछ authority है. Obviously, the teacher's authority and the principal's authority will not be the same. But then the teacher at her own level to handle her own class, she has some authority. Let's go a little more deep into the topic. Let's understand vis-a-vis centralization and decentralization. They are two relative terms. इनको अलग-अलग नहीं किया जा सकता. But both are not the same as well. An organization can be centralized when the entire decision-making authority is only with the higher level management. If the principal and vice principal, CEOs, top level presidents, सिर्फ वो ही सारे decisions लेंगे, then it is centralization. मान लो अगर मैंने किसी बच्चे के कोई पेरेंट को बुलाना है, I need permission of the principal. I have to punish a child, I need the permission of the principal. I need to send a note home, I need the permission of the principal. Then it is centralization. ऐसे काम नहीं होता. It's not possible. The work will be delayed. It is not possible. मैं यही काम पर रह जाऊंगी, permission लेने के काम पर ही रह जाऊंगी. But then, what is decentralization? If we are given authority. Now it is my class. Plus 2, C, I have the power, the authority to take the possible decisions for my class. There are some decisions I need to ask the coordinator, the vice principal, the principal. But there are some basic decisions which I can take myself, and I am accountable to the coordinator and the principal for the decisions I take for my class, whether good or bad. So with this, what happens? The work becomes faster. It avoids delay, right? And there is scope that the work will be effectively done within the stipulated period of time. So an organization cannot have only centralization, cannot have only decentralization. पता है क्यों? अगर decentralization होगी too much, right? And सबको सारी authority दी गई है, the top level management has not retained any authority, then it becomes difficult. हर कोई अपनी मर्जी मुताबिक जो दिल आता है वो करेंगे. It will affect the organization as a whole. So there should be a balance between centralization and decentralization. All key decisions, important decisions, long-term decisions, strategic decisions have to be centralized with the top level management. The lesser important decisions, the departmental decisions, the day-to-day decisions, and the decisions which need immediate action have to be decentralized with the lower level management. So basically, decentralization is also based on division of work, because तुम systematically delegate कर रहे हो authority and responsibility to the lowest level of the management. Children, I repeat myself, the word dispersal is very, very important. And let me tell you, centralization is possible in a small organization, and decentralization has to be adopted in a large organization. Continuing with the topic decentralization. See, decentralization, don't think that it's just giving of authority. It is only transfer of authority to the lowest level management. Now, as a teacher, मैं कहूँ, oh wow, मेरे पास तो बड़ी authority है, मैं तो ये भी कर सकती हूँ, वो भी कर सकती हूँ. It's not just that. You have to be very careful in giving the authority, right? Because once you're giving authority to the people at the lowest level, you have to assume responsibility also. It is basically done to make sure that there is effective implementation of decisions. Right? There is effective implementation of decisions. If there is a person at the shop floor level or operative level, और उसकी factory में वहाँ machine की कोई दिक्कत आ रही है, he will not wait to go to the top level management. He will immediately take a decision. अगर कोई worker का वहाँ accident हो गया, he will have to take the decision immediately. Right? If the work is not being done within the target limit, he has to take responsibility of completing the work. Let us understand what are the benefits of having decentralization in an organization. सबसे पहले, it gives you initiative. You means the subordinates. Children, whenever you give the subordinate some authority, some responsibility, he becomes self-reliant. He becomes confident. He starts using his own brain. He starts using his own creativity. वो अपनी judgment use करता है. क्यों? क्योंकि उसको उतनी freedom दी है कि तुम्हें ये काम करवाना है, जैसे मर्जी करो. He is constantly being challenged, right? And he develops solutions to the problems he faces in his own area of work. Remember, such people become very dynamic leaders. You know why? Because उनको upper hand दिया गया है कि you take a decision as per your capability, you are worth it, and you will come up with a valid solution. And when he comes up with a valid solution, it helps not only his shop floor, his department, it helps the organization at large. You're able to develop managerial talent. बात वही आ गई, it is connected once you are using your hidden talent, your latent skills. You're equipping your subordinates to take decisions by giving them authority. Remember, एक बारी गलती करेंगे, दो बारी करेंगे, but उसी गलती के experience से they will be able to handle their projects independently. Now you see, when you have a new teacher coming, a new teacher is given some authority, लेकिन she is not able to handle it, right? But then with her own experience, with her own initiative, with her own skills, with her own abilities, she learns, experiments, and she becomes a qualified manpower. Again, when these people are very skilled, very talented, there is always scope for promotions. They are given up challenging jobs. They are given up opportunities to take up independent responsibilities. And not only that, they get opportunities to train manpower, themselves and others also. quick decision making. Now, when there is decentralization in an organization, children, remember the decisions are a little faster. Why? Because if there is any normal decision which is to be following the chain of communication or the chain of command, it's going to take perhaps a long time. Why is it going to take a long time? Because it has to flow. The orders, instructions have to flow from the top level to middle, middle to operative. And suppose there is a feedback, then operative to middle, middle to top level. It may take a lot of time. In order to respond this or to speed up the entire activity, it's very important to give some decision making capacity or authority to the people at various levels. With this, the speed of taking the decision becomes faster. And remember, you're able to adapt to the changing environment. Give a small example. Let us say the marketing guy has instructed the sales guy that if you want to close a deal, you can give a credit of only 45 days. But then, जो वो deal clear कर रहा है, मतलब close कर रहा है, वो deal is in a huge number, बहुत बड़ी deal है, और उसमें थोड़ा cost भी कम करना है और the price भी कम करना है, and maybe the person is asking for 60 days credit. अब इस salesman के पास authority नहीं है, तो जब तक वो अपने सुपीरियर को पूछता है और जब तक उसका रिवर्ट आता है, तो मे बी वीकेंड भी आगे 4 दिन लग जाएंगे, तब तक वो डिसीजन डिले हो जाएगा. मे बी द पर्सन हु द क्लाइंट इज इन अ हरी, प्रॉब्ली ही विल give the order to somebody else, so you're not able to capitalize on the opportunity. So अगर मार्केटिंग मैनेजर सेल्स मैनेजर को, सेल्स ऑफिसर को बोल देता है कि इफ यू फील एंड यू टेक द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी viable, feasible, profitable decision, then you can extend the credit, you can give a little bit of extra discount, decision is yours. Usse the decision becomes very fast, he is able to adapt to the dynamic environment, and it's going to be beneficial to the organization. Decentralization helps the top level management to concentrate on much more important decisions. How? And it becomes a relief to them. Because I told you, decentralization is nothing but systematic delegation of authority. इससे क्या हो रहा है? Top level is giving some authority to middle, middle is giving to operative, and so on. Now, when the top level management has strategically planned for long term, उन्होंने policies बना ली, plans बना ली. अब एक बार उन्होंने plan बना लिया, अब ये plan को execute कौन करेगा? Middle level and the lower level. So top level management जब communicate कर देते हैं, authority दे देते हैं middle and operative को to some extent, then top level management is relieved from the routine work. Now they can devote this extra time to extra important work which is pending, because now they're going to plan for the next happening. They have planned for a year, and this planning for a year is going to be executed by the middle and the operative. They can what after 1 year? They can't plan after 1 year. They'll have to start planning now what is going to happen after a year. And that is going to be done by the top level management. And then because they have already delegated authority, they've given responsibility, they do not have to actually directly supervise the middle level or the operative level. With decentralization, there's a lot of growth in an organization. What do you mean by lot of growth in an organization? Now, all these big companies have become so successful not by only their work. They have been so successful because they have given enough rational amount of authority, responsibility to their lower levels, to their departmental heads and the people below. उन्हें पता होता है किसको कितनी authority, किसको कितनी responsibility देनी है. That degree of authority and responsibility is given to every department, and most of the departments are competing with one another to be the best within the organization. They're competing with one organization to the other, right? So every department is doing their best. Every department wants to give their best. Every department wants to increase the productivity level. Every department wants to, have that functional empire, wants to prove they're the best. And that is how, because उनको decision making power दिया हुआ है, उनको कहा गया तुम जैसे मर्जी करो, लेकिन हमें काम चाहिए, and काम should be the best. So जब तुम्हें इतनी freedom दी जाती है, obviously you are at an advantage. Now, obviously, you're in an advantage as compared to the other organizations. You see these big companies like Tata's, Birla's, Ambani's. इन्होंने इतना expansion, इतनी growth कैसे हासिल की है? Not by sitting on the head of the middle level, not on sitting on the head of the operating level. उनको ये कहकर नहीं कि हर चीज हमें पूछकर करो. No, उन्होंने उतनी freedom दे दी है कि तुम जैसे मर्जी करो, लेकिन हमें success ही चाहिए organization में. Next is better control. Obviously, with decentralization, you can evaluate the performance. हर department को, हर individual को authority के साथ साथ responsibility दी गई है. So everybody is accountable for their work. See, commerce department is accountable for their performance, their results. The medical department is responsible for their result. The non-medical, the humanities, every department is responsible for the result of the +2. 10th standard, if there is any particular subject which is not doing well, then those teachers are responsible. If there are subjects where teachers are doing extremely well, they are responsible for it. They get the credit to it. So whenever you have decentralization, चलो बस एक बात याद रखना, decentralization में तुमने बहुत सारी authority दे दी है, बहुत सारा power दे दिया, responsibility दे दी और कह दिया कि तुम जैसे चाहो वैसे करो, लेकिन within the organizational limits. तो इससे क्या होगा, जिसको तुम अथॉरिटी दे रही हो उसके लिए चैलेंजिंग हो जाएगा, उसके लिए अकाउंटेबिलिटी हो जाएगा, उसमें सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगी. He cannot shirk responsibility. He or she will find innovative ways to do the work. He will want to have recognition. He wants to increase his self-esteem. In सब के लिए he will obviously want to do the best. So you're able to control the organization with this particular decentralization. Children, on this page you have the difference between decentralization and delegation. You're expected to do this also.